Hi, my name is Denise, and today our topic is about enhanced interrogation. Do any of you know what enhanced interrogation is? Okay, 1, 2 people. Okay, before I start, I'm going to go over a few key terms, just because all of us are going to be going over it in our debate, so you'll kind of have an idea of what we're talking about. So I'm going to first start off with the definition of enhanced interrogation. Basically, it's a set of aggressive tactics used during the interrogation process in an attempt to get information out of a prisoner. So a lot of debate nowadays is whether or not torture is, or enhanced interrogation is ethical, if it's moral, if it's considered torture. So I'm going to be going over the definition of torture, which is the act of deliberately inflicting severe physical or psychological pain and possible injury to a person, one who is usually physically restrained or under the torturer's control or custody. Okay, so our resolution is that Bush's Executive Order 13440 should be continued. Executive Order 13440 was issued by George W. Bush on July 20th, 2007, ordering limited compliance with Geneva Conventions in the treatment of captured prisoners held in extrajudicial detention by the CIA. So basically, Bush was in favor of enhanced interrogation. And our resolution is that that should be enforced, and Obama's current Executive Order 13491 ensures lawful interrogations. So basically he's revoking Bush's Executive Order 13440. And in his order, he places limits and restrictions on the CIA concerning detention or the interrogation of detained individuals. Okay, I'm gonna go over a few of the common interrogations. We have the attention grab, which is basically you grab the shirt of your prisoner and you kind of shake them. We have the attention slap, which is basically just to trigger fear, and you kind of, they used to do a slap, but it caused more pain, so now they kind of punch them. And then we have long time standing, which is described as the most effective technique. The prisoners are forced to stand handcuffed with their feet shackled to an eyeball in the floor for more than 40 hours. They also use sleep deprivation and isolation in a dark room. And one of the most common methods is waterboarding, which is where the prisoner is bound to an inclined board, their feet are raised and their head is slightly below the feet, and a rag is placed over their mouth and water is continuously poured over them. And this kicks in your gag reflex and installs a terrifying fear that you're pretty much drowning. So a lot of people, when they are under waterboarding, they put the treatment to a halt because they think they're going to be drowning. And they also use a cold cell, which is the prisoner is left to stand naked in a cell kept near 50 degrees and water is thrown into the cell. So my main point today is that enhanced interrogation is essential in saving American lives. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, I'm going to be referring to him KSM because I can't pronounce his name. He was waterboarded and he was cracked under pressure. According to Duroy Murdoch in his article, Waterboarding Has Its Benefits, waterboarding has worked quickly, causing at least one well-known subject to break down and identify at least 6 other high-profile, highly bloodthirsty associates before they could commit further mass murder, beyond the 3,192 people they already killed and the 7,715 they already wounded. So basically, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed was waterboarded and he confessed 6 other high-profile people. And because of this, his confession helped stop the plans that would have happened. So a lot of American lives were potentially saved. And then my second point from also the same source was that suspected al-Qaeda agent Mahid Khan, officials say, provided money to Jihad terrorists and plotted to assassinate Pakistani President Pervez Musharraf, detonate U.S. gas stations and poison American water reservoirs. So because of the waterboarding technique used on KSM, the assassination plot was terminated, therefore saving his life, but also the other lives that would have been affected by the gas stations and poisoned water. So another reason why the Executive Order 13440 should be enforced is because, Obama's Executive Order 13499 places restrictions on successful interrogation techniques, and one of the ones that I mentioned was sleep deprivation. And this sleep deprivation technique actually led to a groundbreaking discovery. According to the Daily Mail reporter, in the article revealed how Khalid Sheikh Mohammed cracked after CIA kept him awake for 180 hours straight. The mastermind of the September 11 terrorist attacks finally spilled his information about upcoming Al-Qaeda plots after he was kept awake for 180 hours, approximately 7.5 days straight. So as you can see, this technique, pretty much he spilled that he was the mastermind behind 9/11, and Obama's restrictions placing on interrogation techniques prevents us from acquiring such information. My last point is that enhanced interrogation leads to the discovery of new information on future plans. Key components are often received through enhanced interrogation, and Osama bin Laden courier, which was his most trusted messenger, was the secret to finding bin Laden. And in the article, did enhanced interrogation of the 20th hijacker help identify bin Laden's courier? The 20th hijacker began cooperating with U.S. intelligence officials after being put through a series of humiliating interrogations. According to an unnamed U.S. intelligence official cited by Ishikov, he started to cooperate, and for a while he provided a wealth of information about Al-Qaeda. So because of the information that was later found out about through the courier, when he was interrogated, he actually told officials where bin Laden's compound was. And then our policies, our plan of action is that we should repeal President Obama's executive order. The enhanced interrogation should continue to be used. Restrictions of enhanced interrogation techniques should be lifted, and Bush's executive order 134040 should be put into effect again. Thank you.